All right, welcome back. Today we're going to convert one of these slashes into a drag slash. So I'm going to do this with parts that I have, and we'll see how it comes out. Very curious to see if I can actually get this done. So I want to go through a few parts. First thing we need to do, go to low center of gravity. So since this is a high center of gravity, this one's got a Savox servo in it. Look, it's got blue RPM arms and stock rear. I think I have some rear arms. Yeah. So we're gonna get the arms matching. Let's see what we're working with here. These are a couple that I just slapped together just to have fun. I've got a bunch of these high center of gravity chassis. So when I get enough parts, or time, I have enough parts. When I get enough time, I'll slap them together. So this one's got looks like a capsule system in it. Sidewinder 2 or 3. 3S. I think it's a Sidewinder 3. So no receiver in this one either, so I will have to put a receiver in it. It's got a Savox servo in it though. It's a really good servo. Do have a receiver box in it already, which I'm assuming there's no receiver in this, so we'll put a receiver in it. And yeah, it's got the short battery tray, so we'll extend that to the long one. Oh, it's got the black case transmission, which is the good transmission. So I'll just put a good slipper clutch on it. But yeah. Oh, it's got the beefed up axles too. Oh, we're not starting off half bad here. Shocks are pretty good too. Not too bad. So I'm going to get the camera set up, but that's going to be the plan. We're going to get a drag build done today. Since I've got time. I thought I had drag wheels. Parts bin. Oh, look at that. We got the good spindles. We got some drag wheels. And we got the Proline differential. So yeah, we'll definitely be able to do a good build on this one. 17mm hub extensions. We got those too. Or hub adapters, I should say. So there we go. Let me get this set up on a tripod, and we'll start on this. All right, back again. I'm going to get ready to start on my bug conversion. Well, it was a slash, a regular slash I had on the shelf, but found my old basher bug body, which is pretty cool. I used to do speed runs with it. That's why I got all these holes drilled into it to let the air out. My first ever bug body. It's taken some abuse, but decided I'm going to run this one. So first thing I got to do, because of the way it's sitting, is it's a high center of gravity. So I'm going to convert it to low center of gravity, which should be pretty fun. And I am going to use Extreme RC Precision tools on this whole swap. So let's see how this comes out. It should be pretty cool. So I do have the conversion kit. There's the part number. Part number is 5830. So that's the complete swap. So first thing I'm going to do is take front and rear off this thing so that we can get this swap started. This one's got all stainless steel screw kit in it because it's an RC that I threw together from spare parts. And now we're doing another spare parts build, which should be pretty cool. Let's see. So never had a receiver in this one. Put it all together, less the receiver. So I've never ran this RC yet. First thing I'm doing is pulling the back half off of this thing. And Traxxas makes most of their stuff interchangeable. Whether it's a Stampede, look at that. The whole back is done. Let's pop the front off this bad boy. There's the front. I just assumed everybody's done it, so I never showed it. But this one, Savox, love those servos. That I think is a $30 servo. Just getting the chassis stripped down. As you see, it takes no time at all to strip down one of these chassis. Organize your screw kit. I pretty much know where they go. So, but I still lay them out because I hate searching for screws. And that's it. And there we go. Chassis is completely done. So if you ever broke one of these chassis, you can see how easy it is to swap one out. So let's see what goodies we got. You can pick these up for about, I think, $20–25 on eBay. But since I support my local hobby store, $39 I paid for this thing. And that's what you get with the kit. This is going to house your servo. It does come with instructions, which tells you how to break down your RC and how to reassemble it. So, vehicle assembly is right there. Chassis component installation is right here. So, and then I believe that's about it. So let's get to getting this swap done. See, it does come with another one, but I think I want to run the 3. So let me grab the bigger one. I thought I laid it out here already. So here's the part number, the 5827X. This is the one for 3S. You guys are probably wondering why I have all these parts. And as you see the size difference, the difference between running a 2S and a 3S for the battery sizes. So I always throw in the bigger ones because it'll work on either 2 or 3S. So why not? Why not is what I always say. Low center of gravity is definitely cool if you're going to be running it on sand, low dirt, that kind of stuff. But if you're going to bash, keep it high center of gravity. Now the foam pad that comes with it for the 3S, I always stick it in the front, or you can stick it in the back to get the weight forward to keep the front down. But that's how you know, that's how you can, for drag racing, you can distribute weight just by moving the foam forward or back. So let's see, gonna get this thing is gonna go in here like this with 2 big bolts here and then up here. So I'm gonna pop the front off of this because we need to save this bell crank. Look, I don't even have a good bell crank in this thing. It's just a standard bell crank. So, and the bell crank is gonna go somewhere here, I think. And the servo is gonna go in here. I can't remember if it's forward or backwards. Front of vehicle. So yeah, the little cutout right here is how you know where to stick that, because you can run this, and I've done this before, where you've run it backwards and then your arm doesn't reach. So look for the cutout and then put it in that way. Now I don't run the bushings, the rubber bushings on my servos. I hard mount them. Doesn't matter if this is on rubber, but the vibration, it kind of helps. So, but that's your choice, your prerogative. I don't think I have any good bell cranks. Remember, there are little washers top and bottom. Oh, I dropped one of the washers. There it is right there. Take my bumper off. I don't need to, I just need to take this piece off. Slide this off the bell crank. And remember, there are 2 washers at the bottom of this thing too. And they always get stuck. There's one. There's 2. If you don't put those in, you'll have slop in your steering up and down. So when you go to turn, it'll just flex and move. So make sure to put your shims in. So this is going to be part of the I don't need pile. So I put the little washers down there already. Bell crank's going to slide on here. So I'm going to do this upside down so I don't have to take the steering apart. And then this is now going to take 3. They give you 1 screw because you should have 2 left over from the other chassis. So they just give you 1 screw. I'm going to turn more towards me. So they'll give you 1 and you should have had 2 left over from the other chassis. These are the beveled screws, or tapered so that they sit flush. So now we're going to take our little screws with the washers and stick them on the top. There we go. Now I'm going to grab my chassis. I'm going to fish my line, my steering servo line through. There is a slot right here. So feed your line in for your steering servo. Make sure everything is sitting flush. And then the screws we're going to use for this are these. So I just need 2 of them because I ran the stainless steel screws in the front of mine, which are these. Or 3 of them. It's really an easy swap once you've done it a few times. Now, because it's a bug body, I don't run the bumpers on the side because it gets in the way of the body. Now let's prep the back. I don't even remember what system was in this. Sidewinder 3. So that's the system we'll be running, is the Sidewinder 3. Now this piece is going to take off my wheelie bar, which we'll have to add on. Change out these control arms. So there's the other part we don't need. I'll flip this upside down now. I have to change the control arms first because the screws come in from the back side. So let's go ahead and do that. So I have some blue RPM arms we're going to throw on here. Throw the shocks back on temporarily. Because we'll probably be changing out the shocks. I'm going the second hole out. Hopefully that'll give me a good stance. And adjust this wheelie bar up. We're back to this stage. Slip this into my wheelie bar and then set it down. And we're going to take the 4 tapered screws. I don't know why I keep saying tapered. Probably because they're tapered on the end right there. Two short screws, which those are too long. There we go. Now it looks like I'm going to have to extend the wires for the ESC, because the ESC I think is going to mount over here now. And I'm going to bring them to the inside hole to give me more clearance. I'm still going to have to add some spacers to bring that up a little bit. The ESC is going to have to go to the other side. ESC is going to be mounted there. Mount my switch. I should just use the switch mount is there, so I can grab that. I know that screws on right here in this corner, so let's do that. This is the RPM mount. That's what I use on all my Castle ones. Alright, back again. Just took me a minute to find a tool to screw that in. So now I need a receiver, and I'm going to change out. You don't have to. You can reuse all your old stuff, but I'm going to put a servo arm here and put a shorter link because I had this on my other one backwards. So I ran a longer link. The factory link does work when you're going from high center of gravity to low center of gravity. Just so you guys know when you do this swap. Me, I made a custom one because I flipped my servo around and ran it longer. Just because of the angle that I had. So that's the low center of gravity conversion. And that'll complete it. So tomorrow I'll be adjusting the suspension. So I'll be playing with suspension tomorrow, and I'll be hooking up the steering and putting a receiver in this. So I got to dig through all those parts over there, my parts bin, and I'm going to find out what I have for the steering and all that stuff and get it done. So I do have all the blue RPM arms on now. The RPM shock towers are on. I got the blue chassis, so the blue body, so everything on this car is going to be black and blue, which is going to be really cool. I do have some blue links, so I might be putting those on as well. But that's going to conclude this video because it is so long now. But yep, that is the high center of gravity conversion to low center of gravity. All right, guys. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.